Thanks, Bart, and welcome everyone. We're glad you made time to be with us today. The Data on Kubernetes community exists to bring together practitioners like you to learn and grow from each other. We have a packed agenda, including talks such as running Kafka on Kubernetes across multiple clouds, why to run Postgres in Kubernetes, what's new in Kubernetes storage, musical interludes, and an interactive quiz at the end. For those of you who are in Valencia, we'd love to have you join us in person at our after party. It's a chance for the community to meet and greet each other and share and learn what you know. Hope to see many of you there this evening. We're excited to share how much the community has grown in the past year and what we've been up to. But first, I want to start with some thank yous. Thank you to DoK Day sponsors for enabling everyone here to come together. Thank you to Any9s, DataStax, EDB, OnDat, and Timescale. We'd also like to thank our technical program committee. They're the folks who put together the schedule that you see here today. Thank you to Gabriele Bartolini, Lisa Marie Nampi, and Patrick McFadden. They're really active members in our community, and we appreciate their support and help. Thanks for jam-packing our day with goodness today. We appreciate you. As many of you know, DoKC is a place where people come to learn and share how to run data on Kubernetes. A lot of progress has been made to make data on Kubernetes achievable, but there's more work to do. We see that reflected in the community growth we saw over the past year, quadrupling in size. This is a pretty big number. People are searching for answers, they're looking for support, they're looking for help. That's what's bolstered our growth, as well as several new programs, which we'll talk about in a moment. We are grateful that DoKC is able to serve as the central point of collaboration and connection for the industry. Data on Kubernetes website and other channels are a top resource for learning about DoK. We are host to hundreds of articles, tutorials, live streams, and other content, and we're adding more all the time. So you've seen the live streams that Bart hosts. Sylvain on our team does a lot of content, posts a lot of blogs and bylines, and we're always looking for how can we best help and support the community with other resources. When our community speaks, also, we listen. We've created several new programs this year in response to what we've heard and observed from our community. And we want to make sure that you all know about the different ways you can learn, participate, and grow as DoK continues to mature. One of our most recent programs are local Data on Kubernetes community meetups. So most people find DoKC through the live streams that Bart hosts every week. As people started getting back to attending in-person events around the world, our team created a meetup kit to enable DoK-related events locally. The first in-person meetup happened just last month in London, and there was one in Istanbul just a couple days ago, very recently. We love seeing the interest that this has sparked so far. It's a fantastic way to connect with peers in your area, learn more about data on Kubernetes. And we hope to see this program continue to grow through this year and next year. There are local meetup groups already being planned for Sydney, San Francisco, Bilbao, and there's more coming soon. If you want to start a local group in your area, please get in touch with us. The next project we launched in the past 6 months is something we called How to DoK. So Bart started this project as a way for young professionals in our community to learn about DoK best practices and put that expertise into use with a hands-on project. In fact, if you watch the preamble to this talk, you saw the project participants talking about what they were doing. They're deploying a wrap lyrics database using Apache Cassandra on Kubernetes. It's such an interesting and fun way to get your hands on a project that is actively doing what we talk about, and an easy way to get started on DoK. It'll be the first of many How to DoK projects that participants will take on over the next few years. We'll be looking at other databases, different types of workloads, and more. And this is very much a community-run, community-led project, so your ideas are very welcome. We probably all heard the reports that there's a gap in Kubernetes expertise in the industry. There's a lot of jobs for Kubernetes, but not always the people who have the expertise to fill the jobs. There's just so much usage and it's growing so fast that we just don't have the skills to keep up with it. You might have experienced this yourself if you're an organization trying to hire a Kubernetes expert recently. This pain might be very real for you. And what this tells us is that skills like learning about data on Kubernetes will become even more coveted as organizations standardize on Kubernetes for data workloads. So for young professionals, How to DoK is an excellent place to learn how to work collaboratively and with cutting edge cloud native technologies. Finally, last fall, we introduced the first ever Data on Kubernetes report, which many of you have seen. It's a survey we fielded with over 500 executives and tech leaders on how Kubernetes is being used for data, what challenges they saw, et cetera. And what we learned was that 90% of them believe Kubernetes is ready for stateful workloads. Organizations have standardized on Kubernetes and want to maximize that investment, not just doing stateless apps, but also stateful apps. And the move to real-time data is fueling more adoption, but there are still challenges that remain to making this work really well for people. They talked a lot about, in the survey, an emphasis on operators. So things like interoperability, a lack of standards and quality of operators were all noted as problematic by the respondents. You can see the full report downloaded at DoK Community just to get the full data set. But something else that respondents wished for were off-the-shelf solutions to help run data on Kubernetes. We took that feedback to heart and created a place for end users to search for solutions that exist today. We hope it serves as an easier on-ramp to running data on Kubernetes for those who are just getting started. And here to discuss that project is Sylvain Kalache, who is a DoKC staff member. Take it over, Sylvain.
Thank you, Melissa. Hi, everybody. My name is Sylvain Kalache. I'm the head of content at the DoKC. So as you can see, data on Kubernetes is becoming an industry standard. And we've covered via videos, interviews, and blog posts countless examples of companies doing it right. Advanced users such as DreamWorks and Zalando are running thousands of databases on Kubernetes. But it's not that easy for everyone. Our Data on Kubernetes report found that a third of companies were struggling finding vendor solution to run stateful workload on Kubernetes. You can download this report on our website at DoK.community, and I will share the link in the description. So today, I am thrilled to introduce the DoK Landscape project. It's a destination for end users to research existing data on Kubernetes products, solutions, and consultancies. We decided to start this project based on a need that we witnessed. End users wanted to run their stateful infrastructure on Kubernetes, not knowing where to start, and more particularly, which tools to use. By taking inspiration from the CNCF landscape, we came up with our own one. The landscape will organize products, solutions, and services into different categories. Our categories include data management, logging, streaming, and messaging, but the most two popular categories are database and storage. EDB's cloud-native PostgreSQL, Data Stack Cassandra, Percona ExtraDB are some of the current entry in the database category. DataCore OpenEBS, Portworx Enterprise are some of the ones in the storage one. To help end users navigate the landscape, the entries are documented with all sorts of metadata, such as, does the product has an operator? Does it have a kubectl plugin? Is it open source, or does it have commercial support? And other information that will help end user to pick the right tool or service for their needs. This landscape is just starting. We are gonna continuously upgrade it and update it. So you can find it at DoK.community/landscape. Thanks for listening. Melissa, back to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Sylvain. I hope what all of you take out of today is that there's a lot of opportunity in data in Kubernetes and in the DoKC. At DoKC, we believe the more we share, the more we have. These early adopters of DoK helped show us the way, and we can all learn, improve, and grow the DoK knowledge base together. By attending DoK Day, you'll see the open source projects and companies who are shaping the next decade of data on Kubernetes. Thank you all for being with us today, and we hope you find inspiration throughout the day. Take care.